Me and my mom went to the Willow for a karaoke night and a smallish party that celebrated 2 different birthdays. During the karaoke night, I sang a total of 4 songs. First, That's Amore by Dean Martin, then King of the Road by Roger Miller, then Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue, and then finally I sang Happy Together by the Turtles. During that karaoke night, I had an order of pierogies with a glass of Top Shock IPA that I ordered. Along with the pierogies. On the menu, they're technically called buffalo pierogies. But I'm not really interested in buffalo sauce, so I instead opted for barbecue sauce, which ended up being a sweet and savory option. And the 6 pierogies I got from the order I placed ended up being delicious. I then had about 2 glasses of iced water. In a plastic glass during the time I had the chicken bacon ranch wrap. That I ordered around essentially a handful of minutes before 8 p.m. or the time the kitchen closed at the Willow. After I had the wrap, I had a come and screw shot later on with my mom and some of her friends, which is essentially a shot of rum chata. With some coconut. Though the rum chata kind of overwhelms any coconut, if any. Put into the shot. Towards the very end of the karaoke night, I had some white wine. That one of my mom's friends either brought over or ordered from the bar area. I recall we left for the Willow around 6:30 p.m. after we drove to the corner store. Even though the corner store is right next to us, pretty much. Even closer than the Wegmans by my mom's place. It's essentially just a quick turn to the right to get to the corner store, whereas you turn left to go to the Wegmans by my mom's place. I just went in real quick after being given some money to get a gallon of whole milk. Since at the time we had essentially no milk at all, just a splash of left of the old 2% gallon. After having a full glass of 2% milk around 3:45 p.m. With the leftover small garden salad, that pre-made Wegman salad being 4 days past its Best By date at this point, but despite that, it was perfectly fine. Didn't really notice anything off with it. Even the egg and the sliced cucumber was fine, essentially. And I also had the 2-pack of Mallow cups. One 2-pack from a pack of several of those. But my dad gave just one 2-pack. Of Mallow cups for me to bring over from his place to my mom's place. And I had that with the pre-made salad and glass of milk I had at 3:45 p.m. Based on how little milk left there seemed to be from the old 2% gallon, I was mildly surprised I was able to get a full glass. From it. But at this time, there's just a splash left of that old gallon that I haven't had yet. Not me or my mom. I recall falling asleep today around 7 in the morning or so, after having a whole bunch of crackers. A whole bunch of club crackers. By the Club brand. Essentially, in order to clean up the pantry closet within our kitchen area. I recall naturally waking up a handful of minutes before 2 p.m. And during the karaoke night birthday party at the Willow, a female friend of my mom cut everyone a smallish slice of a store-made cheesecake with full strawberry topping that we picked up at somewhere nearby right before we left for the Willow. Somewhere relatively nearby my mom's place. I recall it being a 5 to 10 minute drive to get to the area where the cheesecake that was picked up. After a candle was put in the middle of it on top, at the very center of it, lit and blown out by those whose birthdays were being celebrated at the Willow today. The store-bought cheesecake with strawberry topping was pretty good. Not as rich as other cheesecake I've had in the past, but still pretty good. Still enjoyable. And then a bit earlier during the karaoke night / birthday party, the same female friend that cut the cheesecake had me blow up a balloon, a party balloon that was brought over to the Willow. I ended up blowing up a few balloons. The picture I took as part of the photo part shows what the balloons looked like for the birthday party at the Willow Inn. I mean the Willow. Essentially, two different packs of party balloons, though obviously not all of those party balloons were blown up. And there was no need for that many party balloons. Besides practicing blowing up party balloons, I also, after the first one, practiced on the subsequent two, tying party balloons by essentially wrapping the end used to blow up the balloons around these two fingers. And then after stretching the end out, and then after wrapping around the two fingers, you have to make it so that you can spread the two fingers out a bit so you can get the end of the end through the wrapping around your two fingers. Under and over, essentially. That's how you tie a balloon after blowing it up. I recall rearranging this area somewhat during the late afternoon hours. I did that in an effort to make the island in general look a bit better.